think you're an emotionally intelligent person, but you don't make connection to people's inner emotion because they might call you a creep. So it's like it has nothing to do, but then they try to violate my inhumane rights, saying that they never existed, but they want to tell people that he's crazy because you claim that you want to get a lawsuit from not existing when you claim that someone's behavior is because you knew about things in secret, but you never contacted people because you claim it was a game. When you say that you try to lock him in the psych hospital and say that you existed in secret because you want to expose people, but you claim that the game didn't exist. And the coronavirus, when you told people that he wanted to expose you, but you were trying to tell people that you existed and you were trying to whistleblow at a certain time when you told people that you wanted to lock him in psych hospital because you were double cross or eyes open and it wasn't a game. You were a murderer and a liar, but he exposed you, but you claimed that you wanted to get a lawsuit because you were corrupt and you could just reveal yourself in secret because you were always in double face secret and secret that could go both ways and say he didn't know nobody when he got attacked at a certain age. So it will be a story to it, but he doesn't want to tell white people the same people he doesn't, the same reason he doesn't invade the fatherless is the same reason why he doesn't go to white people looking for a lawsuit of a housing lawsuit of protection, because it will be nasty government people saying that it's Jesus, that he believed in God to get a safety, but your crybaby white children are walking around his house making noises because you'll tell people it's not true, that you wanted to put a boundary around people and make them scared of you when your faggot white ass was not allowed to. The drop pen even got KO'd, you see. Sometimes when you believe in God to the point you want to breathe and you show God your desire and counsel, it will be a certain way that people will be exposed in secret instead of trying to hide in secret and get an identity when they say that God can't go to work because people were already in secret before they existed, just like people were here before this management, even in 2020 before the 4th of July. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Sometimes America is so beautiful, people in churches shouldn't be able to preach the gospel and try to hide in secret and get a lawsuit, but people will say that the Americans have to use NBA basketball because they'll be average people and they can't get it cracking, can't get a social way to show God the love for the nation. Mormons, Lutherans versus a real person born in America, Chicago American church. But someone will try to steal his identity and say we want to get cracking off of his moves, trying to steal the saliva, saying they were unaware of different things, you see. So people will make a crafty device. That's why I have to read the Bible, because I already had God, the liberty of nations, and the Navy of Louisiana seas. But people will say that, oh, he can't go to the military because they'll try to murder him in our war in Iraq and Afghanistan. So they'll try to say that they're white people. So sometimes in the military, war in Iraq is not, there's another promise of American history. You see more presidents to come. The porn star didn't work. The old bisexual man didn't work. But now there can be more people in the world to have a promise of real leaders, not some funky war in Iraq president telling people they have to die because they want Obamacare and they want to put their eyes open in poverty, you see. So America has a promise, and in Lincoln's time there was no private sector. There was a civil war for the rights of America. You see, there's not just military and one thing. So some funky white girl can sing a funky song and get a freebie. You see, it's real people rising in America for a different way. Sometimes the lady rolls off an X Factor, so that's why it's good. You see, people will have dreams, American dreams, a time where that's related to an American a movement. You see, so it will be like I joined the Air Force at 2011, so it will be a different type of change in America. You see, people didn't used to join the Air Force. People didn't used to make films of mixed kid and black movie Amelita. You see, people didn't used to work at elementary schools and fight for law and liberty and psych hospitals and movies of love, age, time, and preservation of human intelligence in America. You see. So at what point did people get offended? Because now the light of God is shining for the nation and shining for me and shining for my life. But some funky community college wants to tell people about their porn collection and said they want to justify themselves off a young man because they want to hide while people were in the military saying, oh, we work for community college, but you couldn't go for university, and you try to lock the boy in the hospital for good with psych medication with people trying to give him a disease because you have a cat collection and you want to tell people that it's inhumane that you get exposed and can't work for a university because people won't accept you. So at what point did people try to hide in secret and get a lawsuit off of me, but they claim that something that I made relates to them telling people they never existed at a time they claim God didn't exist, but they claim they can get paid by God because they claim they exposed someone who believed in God because they didn't, but somehow they could just steal their identity because they use witchcraft in America and market the beast to try to do a